100 years ago, a spatial rift opened above the Earth. Fierce dimensional beasts invaded the planet and threatened mankind's survival. Only warriors who have awakened talents can feel a sense of safety and security in this new world. My name is Ye Tian. I have lost my parents, and my sister and I now depend on each other. But weak talent. Doesn't this mean Messi screwed for the rest of my life? MC won't let this be his destiny. Your talent is mine now. The competition between geniuses, the cruelty of battles, the warmth of one's everyday life, and the loneliness in the seeking of truth. We see a monster attacking. The city and people are running and panicking, and our MC standing there and seeing all that, and he suddenly see his right hand was glowing, with some kind of energy and feeling intense pain all over the body and feeling that energy flow into his forehead to his body. MC jolts awake. I think I was awakening my talent. What I was seeing just now were those hallucinations caused by the awakening process. 100 years ago, countless spatial rifts opened up above Earth. Fierce dimensional beasts invaded the planet and threatened humanity's survival. However, the dimensional energy has also stimulated humanity's talents. A small number of humans awakened talents, and thus led the way for mankind into the era of talents. His sister knock on the door. Sister, brother, did you finish? Have you awakened your talent? McKee, weak tier talent. Doesn't this mean I'm screwed for the rest of my life? If I can't become a martial warrior, how am I supposed to protect my sister in the future? Sister, brother, how'd it go? How'd your talent evaluation go? McKee, it was excellent, of course. Really? Don't worry. Your big brother will definitely become a super powerful martial Sister, hooray! I knew it. My big bro's the best. Come, I made your favorite dish. I wanted to celebrate your awakening. Mac. All right. Sister, hurry up. What are you waiting for? Mac. This is? Sister. Come on, the food is gonna get cold. Mac. Copyable. What is this? Would you like to copy her talents? I can copy other people's talents. That means my situation isn't hopeless anymore. Sister, I made your favorite. Braised pork. Mick. Ah, thanks. Sister, here, have some more. Mickey, me. Log talent copying. This ability is miraculous, but I can't test it on my little sister. I'll have to select no. Her base talent is better than mine, and her frost talent is extremely rare. After she awakens it, she'll definitely be able to dominate her opponents. Zreniamo M. If you guys are watching this, you can be at ease now. All right, let's test this thing out. It seems like the effective range for viewing someone's talent is only 3 meters. It's kind of small. These talents are all pretty bad. I have to copy a mid-tier talent. At the least, I should be able to go take a look at the academy now that I've awakened a talent, even though it's low tier. Zrania, but copying someone else's talent might also cause my talent to change, so I can't apply to an academy that requires a talent evaluation. Zrenia, I have an idea. Зрение – это место. Ведьмузы или декаблисты, которые имеют средний талант. Верите, что вы сели в великолепной академии. But with the copy talent I awakened, I'll definitely be stronger than all of them in the future.
Academy, third training ground. To become a martial artist, one must have talent. Most of you here won't be able to become a martial artist. But if you manage to become a martial disciple, it's better than being an average human. To become a martial disciple, you need to learn body forging techniques. A middle-aged man is giving a lecture to a group of students. The students below are paying close attention. They are peasants from birth. Academies are the only places where they can learn body forging techniques. If they're not paying attention, they might not forge their bodies correctly. This could cause harm to their bodies. Ye Tian was also present. For 10 days, he had enrolled in the 5th Academy. Every day for the next 10 days, the middle-aged teacher will teach body forging techniques and demonstrate the 18 movements. Maybe because of him reincarnating, Ye Tian's soul is stronger than your average human. His memory is also excellent. As a result, he has mastered all 18 movements of the body forging techniques. As for the other students, without 1 month or 2 of training, they won't be able to master all the 18 movements. That would be a different matter if they secretly hired coach to teach them. But of course, peasants like them don't have the funds to hire a coach. Before you can begin cultivating, you must first master the body forging techniques. This is the first movement. The body forging techniques were demonstrated one by the middle-aged teacher. The lecture finished after an hour. One by one, the students exited the area. How are you doing, Ye Tian? I've already mastered 13 moves. I'll be able to cultivate using the body forging technique very soon. A fatty approached Ye Tian, looking excited. This fatty is called Zhang Bao, a classmate whom Ye Tian befriended after only 10 days at the academy. I've only mastered 10 moves. Ye Tian lied on purpose. He was hesitant to admit that he had mastered 18 movements. Otherwise, it could raise some unwanted attention. He had just come to this era. It's better to be low-key. Good luck. I believe you can pull it off. We'll surely become formidable martial artists. Zhang Bao expressed his support. Ye Tian, on the other hand, notices signs of helplessness and despair in his eyes. Maybe. Ye Tian grinned. With his replication talent, he can see Zhang Bao's talent. Zhang Bao has a slightly better cultivating talent than him. With this level of talent, it'll be possible to become a martial artist, but it'll take a lot of time and money. Zhang Bao is not a descendant of the great families. He comes from a typical family. They lack the resources to allow him to cultivate peacefully and safely. In the end, Zhang Bao at most can only become a martial disciple. He will find a stable job and slowly work until he's old. Or be killed during a future vicious beast wave. Zhang Bao, who's our academy's most talented person? Ye Tian quietly asked. He had only been at the academy for 10 days. Zhang Bao had been here for over a month. Furthermore, Zhang Bao is good at socializing and has many good relationships. He must have a lot of information. The most talented. Zhang Bao had no idea why Ye Tian had asked the question, but he still responded. Talent isn't revealed to the public. Nobody will tell you what theirs is. However, we can tell from the daily progress of cultivation. The 5th Academy in Lin Hai Base isn't really a big academy. The gifted students have already been accepted into the 1st Academy. Our academy, on the other hand, has a genius. Who? Ye Tian asked curiously. Chen Dong. Zhang Bao secretly answered. Chen Dong comes from a normal family as well. His parents are ordinary people. He visited our 5th Academy about a month ago. Within half a month, he has already become a martial disciple. Following that, the principal took him as a disciple. Chen Dong no longer cultivates with the other students. The principal personally teaches him. Ye Tian's eyes sparkled with excitement. He's confident in Chen Dong's cultivating ability. Otherwise, the 5th Academy's principal wouldn't take him in as a disciple. The 5th Academy's principal is a peak stage, elite, martial artist. His strength is leagues above that of the average peak stage martial artist. In the eyes of the principal, ordinary martial artists are mere ants. The 5th Academy's principal is a big shot in Lin Hai Base. A meager, low, cultivating talent will not pique his interest. To catch his attention, you must have at least a medium talent. This is due to the fact that a person with a medium talent can undoubtedly become an elite martial artist, with aspirations of becoming a great martial artist. What should I do to get close to Chen Dong? Ye Tian pondered. Suddenly, clamoring noises could be heard. Chen Dong has arrived. Wow, that Chen Dong, whom the principal has taken in as his disciple, has appeared in our 3rd training ground. Isn't he being personally trained by the principal? What brings him here? Every student is looking at Chen Dong with eyes of envy and jealousy. After all, this is an era of talent. Chen Dong is someone they'll never catch up to in their entire lives. Ye Tian had noticed Chen Dong as well. He approached him slowly. He got within 3 meters of Chen Dong and used his replication talent on him without anyone noticing. Human. Chen Dong. Cultivating talent. Medium. It really is a medium, cultivating talent. Ye Tian suppressed the excitement in his heart. His eyes shone brightly, secretly planning a way to approach Chen Dong. Chen Dong, I heard the principal has taken you in as a disciple. What is your current level? A student approached Chen Dong with admiration and asked. I already have 100 kilograms of strength. Chen Dong proudly raised his head. Wow! The students in the area were shocked. To become a martial disciple, you only need 50 kilograms of strength. Chen Dong has just recently become a martial disciple and he already has 100 kilograms of strength. If things continued at this rate, wouldn't Chen Dong become a martial artist very soon? Flaunting. Ye Tian knew why Chen Dong had come here. He was obviously trying to show off his cultivating progress. Like a lottery winner, asterisk. Chen Dong, can you give me an autograph? Chen Dong, can I have an autograph? A lot of students are taking out their pen and paper, hoping that Chen Dong will give them his signature. Obtaining the signature of a future martial artist is also a source of pride. Chen Dong's signature could be worth a fortune in the future if he becomes an elite martial artist like the principal. Okay. I'll give you guys my signature. Chen Dong is on cloud 9. Without rejecting anyone, he gave every student his signature. Ye Tian squeezed into the crowd. He wasn't going to ask for a signature, but to replicate Chen Dong's talent. I touched him. The moment Ye Tian touched Chen Dong's left hand and replicated his cultivating talent, he quickly retracted his arm. The entire process didn't arouse the attention of anyone. After all, in such a situation, bumping or touching Chen Dong is normal. Medium. Cultivating talent replication. Success. Do you want to fuse? Do you want to fuse? Ye Tian dared not to fuse at this moment. He doesn't know what would happen if he fused right now. It's better to fuse when there's nobody around. The academy is lax in its administration. They don't care about the students' whereabouts. Even if you don't come, nothing will happen. After practicing the body forging techniques, the students usually cultivate alone themselves. After all, the teachers from the academy don't have a lot of time to teach the students. These are the circumstances at the 5th academy. If it's at the 1st academy, then it's different. Strictly speaking, only the 1st academy is an actual academy. The other academies are just slightly bigger-sized dojos. Returning to his home, Ye Tian finds that his little sister is studying martial Dao knowledge. Those books are left behind by their parents. Whenever she's free, she would read these books as preparation for practicing martial arts in the future. Ye Tian entered his room alone and locked the door. Fuse. A mysterious power surged his entire body. Pain. Endless pain numbs his mind as if his entire body is going to explode. Holy shit, I never thought that fusing with a replicated talent can be this painful. Ye Tian silently cursed. Even if he knew that fusing would be this painful, he would still not hesitate to do so. Since it is something that will change his fate, the same as being reborn. So what if it's painful? Brother, is something wrong? Yi, you seem to have heard some noise and was currently standing outside the door asking. Nothing. Ye Tian gritted his teeth and replied. He didn't dare let even a single painful scream out. Otherwise, he can't explain it to his little sister. Fortunately, the pain came and went fast. About 10 minutes later, the pain on Ye Tian's body subsided. Replacing it was a feeling of bliss, as if he had socks just now. Of course, Ye Tian didn't forget what's important. He quickly checked his talent status. Human. Ye Tian. Cultivating talent. Medium. Looking at the information on the virtual interface, Ye Tian couldn't hold back his emotions. Finally, it's no longer a weak, cultivating talent. This meant that his cultivating talent had changed. This also meant that he now had unlimited potential. Martial artist, elite, martial artist, great, martial artist won't be his limit. As long as he kept on fusing with newer talents, he'll surely rise above great martial artists. 1 month. I need another month to be able to replicate another talent again. This is the information he got from the replication talent. This meant that only after a month will he be able to replicate another talent. Let's test my cultivating speed from this medium cultivating talent. Ye Tian can't stop himself from trying out his new talent. In fact, when he mastered the 18 movements yesterday, he tried to cultivate. However, the effects were feeble. He only felt some tingling sensation across the entire body. If his soul wasn't any stronger, he wouldn't have felt the effects. Because of the weak effects, he decided to go to the academy and listen to the lecture to find out whether he had cultivated the wrong way. To his disappointment, the way he cultivated wasn't wrong. His cultivating speed is slowed to a certain extent. Without a long period of cultivation, the effects wouldn't show. If it wasn't for his replication talent, with his original talent, he wouldn't be able to reach martial disciple within a year. First movement. Second movement. Ye Tian was practicing every movement in his room. These movements might look weird at first glance, but it's the best body forging technique that humanity had tested. It takes about half an hour to execute all 18 movements. The body forging techniques won't have any effect unless you complete all 18 movements. After half an hour, Ye Tian had perfectly executed all 18 movements. After executing the 18th movement, Ye Tian felt some heat transmitted across his body. This heat flowed towards all parts of his body, forging his body. The heat flow belongs to the human body's potential. Body forging technique can efficiently develop a human body's potential. As expected from a medium cultivating talent, the effects are 100 times better than yesterday's weak cultivating talent. No wonder Chen Dong took only half a month to become a martial disciple and another month to have 100 kilograms of strength. Ye Tian is satisfied with his medium cultivating talent. However, he knows that there are talents better than medium cultivating talent. He couldn't even imagine the cultivating speed of those geniuses. Therefore, he had to be diligent. After the heat flow from the first round of body forging technique had almost subsided, Ye Tian started the second round. After numerous rounds of the body forging technique, Ye Tian's body is filled with sweat and a faint black tinge of impurities. Ye Tian took a bath and then ate 10 buns. Cultivating using the body forging technique consumed a lot of energy, therefore he needed to eat a lot to replenish the lost energy. 1 month later. In the 5th Academy's small forest. It's almost evening and there's nobody around. Ye Tian was currently cultivating here. This was also the place where he usually cultivates. Huff, today's 10 rounds of body forging technique are finally done. Ye Tian retracted his movements and walked towards the 3rd training ground. At the training ground, he sees multiple rocks. These rocks weighed around 50 kilograms. Some are 100 kilograms and even 150 kilograms. If you can raise a rock of 50 kilograms above your head for 3 seconds, you are considered to have 50 kilograms of strength. If you raised a rock of 100 kilograms, it meant that you have 100 kilograms of strength. Simple as that. On the 8th day of cultivating the body forging technique, Ye Tian already had a strength of 50 kilograms and reached the stage of martial disciple. Today, I should be able to lift a rock weighing 100 kilograms. Chen Dong has the teachings of the principal, so his cultivating speed is fast. But I'm no slouch either. My cultivating talent is a combination of a medium and a weak, which resulted in a medium cultivating talent. In theory, it should be slightly better than Chen Dong's. On top of that, I had been cultivating non-stop for a month. Every day, I cultivated 10 rounds of body forging technique. The more you cultivate using the body forging technique, the more painful it will be. It might even be impossible for an average person to do 10 rounds of it every day. With Chen Dong's personality, at most he would do 7 to 8 rounds a day. Therefore, my progress can't be slower than his. Ye Tian pondered. After resting to recover his stamina for a while, he walked towards a 100 kilograms rock. Up. Hugging the rock next to his feet tightly, Ye Tian lifted the rock. After the 100 kilograms rock was above his head, he maintained it for 3 seconds. Ye Tian tossed the rock away and dropped to the ground due to exhaustion. He knew that he had a strength of 100 kilograms. This is a good start. With my medium cultivating talent, I might be able to become a martial artist within a year. Ye Tian hardened his fist with high expectations. After resting for 10 more minutes, the sky will soon darken. Ye Tian left the academy and walked towards his home. On the streets, there are a lot of shops that are still operating. The Lin Hai base is filled with bright lights.